What's up guys, Jason here covering a full day of plant-based eating, and we're going to talk about if ditching red meat and animal products in general is a game-changing move. There's a bunch of new interest and curiosity with the latest documentary that was very well put together called Game Changers, talking about eliminating animal products and how it improves your health. Healthy is subjective. Just because you're eating healthy foods doesn't mean it's always going to have a healthy reaction on the body. The same thing goes for things like inflammation. Inflammation, there are many different levels to it. Not all foods are going to cause inflammation. The state of your body and the overall health of your body is going to influence how you respond to these different foods. So let's go over a few things and whether this is going to be helpful for just being more resourceful about what you can eat on a plant-based style of eating if you want to take a day to give yourself a break or just have more fun and increase your general awareness. I think this will be really helpful. Let's also cover where people are making a lot of mistakes when it comes to a plant-based diet. As a nutritionist and somebody who has practiced a plant-based diet for an extended period of time, along with helping others do it and get through it, I bring a lot of experience. I don't currently practice a plant-based diet 100% of the time, but I like to bring in these days, whether it's a meatless Monday or a break from eating other foods, to flood my body with nutrients and provide just a break for my overall digestive system, and I find that I have a nice energy boost when I do this. So my opinion on the documentary is that there are some positives, but we have to take into account vegans and vegetarians generally are more health conscious people. So there's going to be the healthy user effect. Essentially, when we are more conscious of what we're eating, we're going to be eating more fruits, vegetables, diverse fibers, and we're going to be eliminating a lot of the processed foods, refined carbohydrates from the SAD American diet. So the standard American diet that includes a lot of processed foods. Harvard Medical, showed that the top 10 calorie sources of foods include a ton of processed ingredients, as you can see. That being said, plant-based people are some of the most conscious people on the planet, and that's another thing we can take from this. A day like this is going to allow you to be more conscious, make better decisions, and increase your overall awareness. Another thing you'll be able to take from this is how to cover all of your macronutrients. So we're talking proteins, carbohydrates, and fats without a bunch of processed foods, and that could be things like soy foods or highly processed vegetable oils, canola oils. I'm going to show you guys how to do a full day of eating with a variety of different foods while tracking the macronutrients, so you can still get enough protein for your body to recover. This is going to be especially helpful for the active individual who is doing more of a plant-based type of diet. Some of my favorite ingredients that are higher in protein that I use on a daily basis. So we're going to have things like, hemp hearts, hemp seeds, things with 3 tablespoons. A serving of 3 tablespoons gives you 10 grams of protein plus fiber plus some other healthy fats. We got things like seeds and nuts that are going to provide you with fiber and healthy fats. You've got vegetable, rice, and pasta alternatives that are going to be higher in protein. In some cases, close to 20 grams of protein per serving. Plus, again, you're getting that fiber that's good for your gut. Other seasonings and condiments that are going to be high in protein without a bunch of other artificial garbage. So meal number 1 typically will be a smoothie just out of ease, and it's a quick way to flood in a bunch of nutrients, get some protein, energy. In some cases, I will pour that over oats like oatmeal or make a pancake or a waffle. So depending on time. This morning, I'm gonna do my favorite smoothie, kind of a health insurance smoothie to get some fruits and vegetables, and then I'll have some oats with it with some of my favorite peanut butter cookie dough oats, and that provides me with a lot of variety to get me on for the next few hours. Plus, it tastes delicious, and I look forward to it. So when it comes to protein, I think people are catching on that you can get protein from plants and all kinds of natural foods. And regardless, this is just a good way to diversify the amount of protein and amino acids that you get. And you can find this in all kinds of different foods, and you got plant-based protein powders that you can use as a glorified flour or an ingredient to make, you know, baked goods, pancakes, waffles, ice cream, shakes, all kinds of good stuff there. All right, so we got meal 2. Just got a workout in about an hour ago. So remember, what we do activity-wise is going to influence how we utilize the calories, macronutrients that we eat. My workout involved resistance training and some intervals compared to if I was doing something like cardio at a low, like zone 1, zone 2 heart rate. I wouldn't necessarily prioritize carbohydrates. So I'm gonna go for protein and carbohydrates. I'm gonna try this rice. I've had it before. It's rice basically made out of lentils and chickpea. Very simple ingredients, so it gives you some carbohydrates and about 10 grams of protein per serving. And then I'm gonna have some of this chili that I'm gonna heat up. It's got another 9 grams of protein, pretty clean, ton of veggies in it. And I'll probably put them in these wraps. They got 5 grams of protein. These are super clean, made from sprouted grains, sweet potato. Got them at a local grocery store. While the rice is cooking, I'm gonna put together one of my favorite salads. The base is from arugula, and it's got some cultured veggies, probiotics, so a good variety of nutrients. Let's go. Ingredients. This is super filling. The kimchi is like the ultimate condiment that has probiotics in it. It's going to help with digestion and assimilation of nutrients. It's got a ton of vitamins and minerals. Plus the arugula, that nice bitterness, helps with digestion. It just tastes great. I threw in some random veggies that I had for some extra color. Got some extra fennel, a little bit of extra protein from the hemp hearts. And then I just made my own little vinaigrette with some apple cider vinegar and olive oil, nutritional yeast. So it's got a nice creamy taste to it. And then I wanted to try some legumes to get some extra protein. We have them in the lentils, but I got them in the beans here. So I'm making like a little burrito. But all of this together ends up being over 30 grams of protein. It's about 35 plus grams of protein. I'll put the facts here. And it's a filling meal. It tastes really good, but it doesn't leave me super full and bloated. So I'm gonna enjoy it. Meal number 3, this is dinner. I was debating on this pasta, which is high in protein, but I realized the rice that I have is also made of lentils. And I'm craving it because it was so good, so I'm gonna have more of meal 2 and add some stir-fried veggies as like a salad to complement, and just essentially make some more of the burritos with the beans and the rice. So let's throw it together. Meal 3, actually looking forward to this. Alex is not a game changer tonight, but I'm changing the game up. Did sauteed kale with some of the Thai broth, and then stir-fried some shredded carrots and broccoli with a peanut sauce that I had. Kind of a fusion of flavors here. And then remix that rice with some kimchi, so it's like a kimchi fried rice. Very good. Another one of those tortillas with some more of the rice and the beans. So we got over, about 35 grams of protein here of deliciousness. A lot of variety, and I think it's gonna fill me up. It fills you up. All right, it's time to make another snack. We need some extra calories just for how active I was today. So we're gonna do a snack slash dessert. Throw together one of these pancakes without eggs or animal products. We're gonna use plant-based protein and this tiger nut flour, which is gonna be a binder. Let's try it out. If you were doing it long term, your body can tend to be deficient in minerals, vitamins and minerals, things like your B vitamins, especially B12. Things like creatine if you're active that you would normally get from meat, things like choline for your brain and neurotransmitters that you would normally get from things like eggs. So it can require work to be able to get everything that you're missing out on, but it certainly can be done, and you can do very well depending on whatever your goals are. It all comes down to whatever makes you feel best.